Forgot to start recording. Into Joltik box. Yeah, that's right, YouTube. You don't get to miss out on stuff. Yeah, so it was quite funny, actually. I was listening to the Uncommon Energy podcast today, and they were talking about, like, the two lists that did quite well. And, like, one was playing Vitality Band for God of War, one was playing Protective Goggles for the Slitherwing. And I was just thinking, like, if I'm going to play Joltik box, I would just, like, combine the two, surely. So, that's what I've done. Hello, Thalky, how's it going? Hope you're well. Ooh, it's one of them starts that you don't want to see. I am finding most of the time, if people say they want to test against deck, I play, like, the worst version of any deck, because the deck is just bricked. It's bricked up, and not in a good way, you know what I mean? Doing great, how are you doing? All good, thank you very much. Ready to quit my job, but I've been for a while. Hey everyone, sorry my wireless keyboard's having a tantrum. Yo! Is it a stomping tantrum? Because that does a lot of damage and it's a ground attack. Might as well, the deck's got plenty of tool search and the deck seems to have a bit of room for text. Yeah, I think the lists, as they are right now, are built pretty simply. It is... interesting. It is something I want to play around with a bit more. So, I don't know what is being played here. I've got to imagine it's Bolt or something like that. But, like, one Hoot when you could go fan rotom is interesting. Double rotom price. I was about to say it's double rotom priced. It's okay. I'm off to a really bad start, so we'll hang out in Brick City, I guess. It's just energy and nothing else. I mean, I guess we just go for the sensible-ish play. Like, we're not upset if this energy just, like, goes missing at this stage. It's an I will only type 1 letter per minute tantrum. I've moved the receiver to a different USB port and it seems to be working now. Hell yeah. So, I've got to do my usual thing of talking, right? That's what I do on these streams. Started looking at new phone contracts today, because the one we have isn't doing anything. Well, the one I have, sorry, is ending soon. I got so mind-effed by the fact that, like, a Hoot is suddenly in the active. Yeah, so I'm looking at replacing stuff, and... this is awful, actually. This is actually terrible. I mean, I suppose we knock out the Hoot. But that doesn't seem smart, but if I don't... The KO isn't correct here, it can't be. It can't be. Anyway, so my phone contract's up, so I'm like, oh, I'll have a look at upgrading, because I always do every 2 years anyway. Gave myself a bit of a budget based on what I was going to be able to save, and I was like, cool, I've got about £42 a month I'm allowed to spend on a phone here. So I looked at the Google Pixel, no, I looked at the Samsung S25, and I was like, well, we'll see how it is. We'll see what the money value's like. And I was like, oh, it's actually like not that great. It's fine. It's not expensive. But it's like, it's fine. It's like £44, I think it was. And it comes with a free tablet. The tablet's been something I've been thinking about getting for a while. Okay, this is kind of ridiculous. Do I do it this way? I think we do it this way. So, we can get rid of that. Into the Joltik. And then we'll Jolting charge. This is such a dumb play. Yes, and. So we'll go grass. Grass, electric. Yeah, so I was like, cool, it's about £44, whatever it was. It comes with a free tablet. Tablet's been something I've been thinking about getting for a while, because it helps with, like, editing while I'm on the road and stuff like that. I was like, I'll look at the Google Pixel, because at the moment I've got a Google Pixel 7 Pro, I think it is. So I was like, I'll look at that, because it's bound to be cheaper, right? I looked at it, it's £2 a month cheaper, and doesn't come with a free tablet, so I'm kind of like, ooh, what do I go for here? So much choice, so much excitement. Is this Terabox? It must be Terabox. The fact we could have been attacked with an Eon Blade is terrifying. I just need a new phone. My current one has reached the point where the battery life is about 12 minutes. Perfect. I was about to say, if this is all heads, I might cry. Fortunately, it was not. But yeah, my phone's fine, but like, because we're looking at the self-employed situation, I do think it's worth looking at the options of for yeah, might as well, for like another phone. So it's trying to figure out what the best route is at the moment. Because usually I would just get rid of my phone, like either sell it on or whatever, and then move on. But because I could do with the second phone for the business side of things, I use it as the camera for the tabletop streams and things like that. It just makes more sense to just straight up replace it. So that's what we're hoping to do. Whether that works or not, we'll find out. But I've got a couple of weeks to decide, so we'll figure it out. I've also got to look to see if there's any like cheaper options as well, which is probably correct to do. I miss the days when you could just buy a new battery. True. Is it not like, can shops not do that, or is that just like a thing that just isn't a thing anymore? So I know there was like a while there where it was like, yeah, if you take it to your local, you know, weird shop that popped up called like iPhone, but the phone is spelt with an F. They'd replace stuff. I hopped off the Samsung train after many years when my Fold 4 bricked. I got a Pixel 9 XL now, I really like it, but I do miss the Samsung UI. Yeah, so that was the thing that I was talking about. I do like the Samsung UI, but I've been without it for 2 years now, so I'm not that bothered. But the other side of it that I was talking about was I used to like, on my contacts, being able to like swipe right for a phone call, swipe left for a text, and I don't have that option anymore, which sucks. But I was thinking about this, I was talking to Kay about this, like, I can't remember the last time I actually called somebody. Texted somebody. I do everything on WhatsApp now. Like, my dad and my mom are the only two people I used to text, and they're both on WhatsApp. So it's like, I don't even need that feature anymore. It's just like, it's a non-feature for me. So sticking with the Google Pixel probably makes sense, but like, the fact that it's only £2 cheaper, I don't know, man. It just doesn't feel like it's worth it. But we'll figure it out. We're smart people. The fact we've got triple stabbed 3 times now is hilarious. And the triple tails is even funnier. Alright, so you're doing 180. You're doing just a square 180. That's insane. Granted, we don't have much of a follow-up off this, which is annoying. So, do we put ourselves into a position where we can draw some more cards? Most likely. We'll do what the kids call protecting ourselves from future bad turns. So we just straight up knock out the Mew, right? Yeah. Shocking web. I've had Moto phones for years. Pixels are lovely, but I tend to buy my phones rather than being on contract, and Pixels are pricey. Yeah, I mean, they are, aren't they? I didn't expect them to be more expensive, or just as expensive as Samsung's out at this stage. Probably doesn't really matter, despite my experience with the Fold. Samsung phones still solid and last as far. Yeah, I mean, I've had no issues with either my Pixel or my Galaxy phones, and I've had a Galaxy S since probably 7? Like, obviously skipped generations, but like, I've had one since, I've had a 7, I've had a 9, I think I've had a 10, and whatever numbers they've gone up to. Like, I think the last one I had was a 22. And I like that. There was no problems with it at all. I like the battery era of portable consoles more than the modern charging era. You could stockpile a bunch of batteries in case of a large road trip, and they made a great backup snack too. Wait, what? Whereas with charging, you don't have a car charger once it's dead till you get an outlet. Makes you downgrade demo. Yeah, but I drive, so it doesn't bother me. I'm fine with it. Okay, so we're about to be crown opaled, so we can no longer attack through Terrapagos. We have means and ways of getting around this, but they're a bit awkward. Noctowl! Noctowl! I think actually because of what we had in our hand, I think we just won anyway. GG Bowling, GG. We both had terrible starts, so I don't think yours got much better. Mine at least did.